right, now I'm going to hand it over to Jay to say a few words.
What a night. Thank you so much for being here. It's really an honor, and I have due thank yous to do as well to the Worshipful the Mayor of Bromley, to the Mayoress, and to all the finalist filmmakers that could attend in person, gracing us with the additional Q&As. I feel I know you much more now. It's been like 2 rounds of interviews. It's become really familiar, and I'm so in love with every film that I watched with the festival jurors. I actually want to thank them. They contributed from abroad, from the west coast of the US and the east coast, especially to Stephen Keith Mills, the drama juror, and Thomas Deschet, the documentary juror. They've been with us since the very beginning of Miraban in 2019. And of course, to my wonderful festival team, to all the runners, the volunteers, the photographer, my wonderful festival host. Please do give them a round of applause. I want to quickly share with you how and why I founded MUFA. So first and foremost, I wanted to get closer to the independent film community. I am a filmmaker, director, producer, writer myself. And I feel sometimes that certain creations come out of frustration. And my frustration was that independent cinema does not get celebrated enough. And I really wanted to create a space that would do that. I wanted so to enlarge my community. I also attended other festivals, and I would say I was a bit disappointed that I would not even get the chance to meet who was actually behind that. I really wanted to get, to know these people that were celebrating the films, but sometimes there was too much detachment. I was looking for humanity, I was looking for embracement. And so, again, the idea of making the festival to exist. Another reason is also partially something that all independent filmmakers go through, and that is, you need funding at the end. At the bottom line, you need money to make a film. There are many things you can do in kind, there are many things you can come out creatively, but you do need to go through funding applications. And my big roadblock sometimes was that in some applications that you might have found online and you might be familiar with, you might not even be eligible if you are, let's say, both the director and the producer of that film. They will tell you you cannot be both. And if we were sticking to that statement, probably the majority of the films you watch over the course of 2 days here would have not existed. So I was strictly fighting to create representation, more representation for people who do wear multiple hats, and they do it brilliantly. You didn't have to wait for Cannes to call you to have a spotlight and be celebrated. We could do that for you. So that's the reasons behind Miraban and the struggle. And I would not deny it is tough every year without being funded by any institution. It comes just out of purely the company efforts and everyone who embraces us and wants to be part of this. So I want to talk about struggles because struggles are what defines us in the end. It's been, we faced pandemic, post-pandemic. Many of the films talked about that. We talked about freedom of speech. But most importantly, I feel that with these films, we are, bringing up a legacy, a message, because we are storytellers. And being a storyteller is the most important thing in the world. With a story, you can create a victim, you can create a terrorist, you can create many, many different ideas in people's mind. So tonight we are celebrating storytellers, the one that tried to create hope, that tried to create a larger community, and this festival is for them, and for those people that do believe in the power of humanity, getting closer to each other. So thank you everyone for helping me bringing up this legacy closer to every one of you. I would say now I'll leave it back to Michael, and we can start running the names of the winners. And I want to just say that to me, every one of you is a winner. Every finalist, despite of who we're going to name tonight, everyone has become special for me because I get the chance to actually speak to all the selected candidates, and there were over hundreds. So thank you again for sharing your stories with me and with all of us.